Hello darlings, my name is Coralie and today we're going to be doing a review of the Laroc Pro, the Artistry book. Okay, no reflect. Okay, it's good. We're reviewing this palette right here. So yeah, let's get into the video. This palette right here, the first time I saw it, because Laroc Pro is more of an indie brand, was on Trendwood's page, and when I saw the picture, I'm going to put it like right here, I died. Like, I saw it and I was next to friends of mine that are not necessarily super into makeup, and when I showed them the palette, they were all like, oh my god, you have to get it. So I got it on Black Friday. The sale was not big, but you know what, it's a sale nonetheless, so you know, we still taking advantage of this. And so this is the palette. This is a 48 eyeshadow palette that contains a part of neutral and a lot of colorfuls down here. You know what, let me open it. I feel like I am so not great at this. It has a bunch of mattes, quite a few shimmery duochromes, and a few normal shimmers. This retails for $68 Canadian and 40 cents, and it retails for basically $40, 40 pounds. It's a brand from the UK, okay? So shipping on this baby was maybe like 2 weeks and something, but I'm not worried because, you know, it was like Boxing Day, like everyone was, not Boxing Day, Black Friday, everyone was buying things, like people were getting their Christmas presents delivered to them. So honestly, you know, I'm not upset about this because that's how it be sometimes. This palette is divided in what I would call two parts, where right here at the very top we have a bunch of neutrals, and then at the very bottom right here, from here to here, we have a bunch of colorful shades. Now, the neutrals in this palette are warm toned, so if you're like a cool tone fan, you're not gonna find much for your heart. Let me be real, really real. The pans in this palette are huge. You know what? I'm going to take a ColourPop pan. I don't know if you can see right here, but this is the eyeshadow, and this is the ColourPop eyeshadow pan. And as you can see, it is a very, very, very big pan. So you get a lot of product in this palette, and it's quite big also. It's the biggest palette in size that I own. She's the Big Daddy palette. I created this look with the palette, which you are going to see in the demo that I'm going to play right now. I'm going to prime my eyelids using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Eye Primer. This is just their one shade fits all. By the way, if you can see glitter in my brows, yesterday I did a crazy look, and so there's like a bunch of glitter on my brows. It's tragic. We're going to grab from this palette the shade Dragonfruit right here. It's a bright, bright pink. We're gonna put that on the inner part of our crease. So Miss Dragonfruit was good. I got a monitor. I'm not filming blindly anymore, which is, oh god, it's honestly really good. It gives me a lot of reassurance, less anxiety. This pink doesn't look like it has much depth to it, but that's okay. I'm going to take the shade Fizzy Grape. Oops. Fizzy Grape right here. I haven't done my signature pink and purple in so long. It's actually disgusting. I always kind of buff out my edges with the brush I use, just a little bit, because you don't want it to like set really harsh. I'm going to take next the shade Circus, because we're all clowns. No, that's a lie. I'm so annoying today. We're gonna blend out the inner part right here. So it's gonna basically make an orange with the pink, you know what I mean? But we're really just going into this inner corner right there. This is gonna be an emotional roller coaster. I'm going to take the shade Pool Party right here, which is kind of a beautiful pastel blue. It's so pretty. I could never. It's so beautiful. I'm just gonna buff out the edges of the purple with that blue. So I'm gonna re-intensify every single shade as I usually do. This is beautiful! I love this look. It's so pretty. We're not even halfway there yet. I'm gonna do the other eye, and I'm gonna cut my crease away, and I'll be back to like add the shadow. You'll see, okay? As you can see, what I did is I did a halo cut crease, and I put a little bit of the pink and the purple. And what I'm going to do is take the shade Pixie Dust, which is part of like their duochrome shades right here, Pixie Dust. And I'm going to put that on the little halo cut crease. So, I don't know if you can see, it's so beautiful. It does look a little pinker in the pan, let me be really honest with y'all, but it is stunning and beautiful. I'm gonna do my full face of foundation, and then I'm gonna come back to do the lower lash line with you guys. So verdict on this palette. I've worn it many a times. I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna put a bunch of pictures right here. I don't believe swatches do a lot, but I'm also gonna, I'm gonna swatch a few shades on my arm a little later. But this is such a wonderful palette. If you just want one palette that does it almost all, the only thing you'll need are like cool tones. But this palette does a lot. It has shimmers, it has mattes. I personally prefer working with more mattes than shimmers, and I like that the ratio in this palette inspires the usage of more mattes than shimmers. This palette does have a few special things. It has those duochrome shades that are, it kind of reminds me of the Huda Beauty palettes. You know, like you have this, and then you have all the other ones that look like it. I'm gonna swatch 3 of these for you. I have one on my eyes already, so I'm not gonna swatch that one. So this is, oh, can you even see? This is what they look like. They're super reflective, extremely metallic. I'm also gonna link all the Instagram posts in which I'm wearing this palette so you guys can truly see what it looks like, because like I said, swatches don't do much, and I just don't want to fool anybody using swatches. Like all of these eyeshadows are amazing. As you can see, like there's such a nice variety of shade, and it's a really good makeup artist palette. You know, it's big but it's thin, so can you see? It's big but it's thin, so traveling with it can be a little bit difficult. But let's say you're in the same city, you're just driving to your makeup appointments as a makeup artist. This is a really nice base palette where you have all the shades that you need. You know, people usually always ask for like neutrals, so I don't really know if you need all of those shades, but if you do, they're all there for you to play around with. I am in love with this palette. The one thing I have to say about this palette, the one thing, is I feel like some of the deep shades, the deep colorful shades, which by that I mean the dark purple called Fizzy Grape, the blue called Blue Moon, and the green called Potion, I feel like it's this one, it's this one, and it's this one. I feel like they might lack a little bit of depth, and usually I can fix that using the black in the palette, but I do like my shades to have a little bit of depth without me having to use the black. For example, for today's look, I didn't need depth, like I didn't want it. But when I do want it, I would like to have that opportunity, you know what I mean? But what I like is that, but the opposite to some really like nice colorful shades, this does have nice variations of like blue and green, which is nice. I did wish it had like one more variation of purple, but otherwise I'm good. The shades in this palette are excellent. I've done so many looks with this palette, and I don't even feel like I've skimmed the surface of the amount of looks I could do with it. So we will definitely still be doing looks with this palette because it's awesome, it's amazing, I admire her, I love her. This brand actually was my first repost of 2020, which is super exciting. Hopefully they'll want to work with me because this is amazing, and I am so satisfied with this look. But yeah, so this is it guys. I hope you enjoyed the review. If it was a little bit all over the place, I am so terribly sorry. I feel like that sometimes, you know, that's how it be. But yeah, I love you guys so much. If you like me, my personality, or the content I put right up on YouTube, then feel totally free to subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to follow me on all my social media such as Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Yes, you heard right. I will leave all the links in the description box down below. I love you guys so much, and I shall see you in my next video.